Well, if it isn't your pal Exotic Makeup, so Blaze, and well, what's happening, everybody? Yeah, uh, how are you guys today? And and I guess like welcome back to another video, another storytelling video. Yeah, I'm feeling generous today, and I decided to read the story, and so I know it. Let's do it. All right. And so today's story is gonna be just grandma and me, and already this pictures is creepy enough. I'm sure this story is also gonna be like at least two times creepier than the picture. And all you guys can tell by by the description, it's a short creepy story about a young boy's love for his a short creepy story about a young boy's love for his grandmother. It's based on an old horror comic called Grandma Died Last Year, which appeared in Haunt of Horror too. I don't know what that is, but without further ado, with all that with all that out of the way, I don't have anything to say, but let's start the story. And also, yeah, I'll just let you know, the link to the link to the website is always going to be this. The original link of the website is going to be in the description below, so that you guys can check out the website whenever you guys feel like it. But without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? Just sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and watch me handle them, and watch me cook this as I'm while I'm reading the story. Just grandma and me. Yeah, this is just grandma and me. Enjoy. I loved my grandma. She used to bake me cookies, the kind with the chocolate chips. Yeah, I know. I get that. Yeah, you feel me, guys? Yeah, chocolate chip cookies are the best. When mom said I couldn't have it, when mom said I couldn't have them anymore, grandma still baked them and let me eat them before mom came home from work. At night, grandma used to read me bedtime stories, not those stupid fairy tale ones. Grandma told me ghost stories. They were gory and grotesque and most of all exciting. We would stay up at night and walk and talk for hours and hours. She was like my best friend. My mom was always yelling at me and complaining about every little thing I did. Grandma always stuck up for me. Remember whenever mom said I had to do my homework, grand whenever mom said I had to do my homework, grandma would always help me, and sometimes she would even do my homework for me. Even though grandma didn't have a job, she was always buying me presents. All mom and dad did was complain about how we didn't have any money and everything cost so much and how I needed to behave myself. Grandma never said a bad word about me. Like what? You motherfucker, you piece of shit, you racist. Yeah, yeah, like you motherfucker, you piece of shit, you bitch, and everything. Something like that. But what I liked best about grandma was that she never punished me like mom and dad did. She let me do whatever I wanted to. Sometimes mom and dad would lock me in my room, but when they get out, but when they went out, grandma would come up and let me out. Those are the reasons why I loved my grandma more than anyone else in the whole wide world. Every day I would run home from school to see what kind of cookies or treats grandma had for me. Then one day all of that changed. That was the day that was the day I found there wouldn't be any more cookies and there wouldn't be any more ghost stories and there wouldn't be any more fun. Because when I got home that day and opened the front door, my grandma was lying in a leap at the bottom of the stairs. She looked kind of like a broken doll. Her arms and legs were sticking out at odd angles and her head was twisted all the way around. her glasses were broken, and she just stared up at me, but it was like she wasn't really seeing me. Tried to shake her to see if she would get up, but she was as stiff as a log and her body was cold as ice. No matter how much I shook her, she just wouldn't get up. I knew it was bad when I couldn't hear her heart beating. I listened harder and harder, but I couldn't hear anything. I don't remember much after that. I just sat there and waited for mom and dad to get home. They started crying and they called the police. Later, some men came to take grandma away. I heard them saying she fell down the stairs. Oh, well, too bad that grandma died. The grandma died from falling the stairs. After grandma went away, things started to get back. Things started to get back. I mean, things started to get bad. Mom was crying all the time, and dad started drinking. At night, I heard them yelling at each other. Dad was complaining about grandma. He said she spoiled me. I never did like that. He was always mean, and the drink just seemed to make him meaner. Sometimes, when I did something bad, Dad would hit me and send me to my room. I didn't like that at all. I started wishing Grandma was there so things could go back to how they were before. Mom didn't talk very much, and she stopped going to work. Usually, she would take me out for a drive on the way home. We usually went to visit Grandma in the cemetery. One night, Dad stayed out late, and Mom was in bed crying. I sneaked out of the house and went out to the cemetery. I took my bucket and spade with me in my little wagon. I had my Mom had taken me to visit Grandma so many times that it was easy to find her grave. Sorry, sorry guys, just had to do something. Okay, moving on. I started digging and digging. It was a really hard job, but I didn't care. I just wiped the sweat off my brow and just kept digging. It took me a long time to dig up the coffin, and when I finally opened it, Grandma didn't look very good. She didn't look good at all. Her eyes were gone, and her skin was all leathery and brown. Her lips were pulled back, and it looked like she was grinning at me. I couldn't tell if she was glad I dug her up, and I knew that if I took her back home, she would start feeling better in no time. I decided to keep Grandma in my room so I could be with her all the time. Okay, so does that mean that the young boy literally just brought brought his grandmother's dead body to his room? He's a madman. You madman. Yeah, this young boy literally brought brought his dead brought his dead mother's I mean his dead grandmother's body to his house in his room. That's pretty sadistic. That's so sadistic and notoriously weird. Oh, like, okay, moving on. Okay, I decided to keep Grandma in my room so I could be with her all the time. That night, we had a long time talking. She told me a lot of stories. She told me all about what she had been up to a while. While she was away. I told her how Dad had gone really mean, and she said she knew what to do about that. We had to be very quiet when I heard Dad come home. He was stumbling up the stairs like he usually did after he had been drinking. He made so much noise, he must have woken Mom up. After a few minutes later, I heard Mom and Dad fighting, and it was worse than it had ever been. Then I heard Mom screaming. I ran into their room, and I saw Dad beating Mom with a belt. Then he started choking her, Before I could do anything, Mom stopped moving and Dad started telling her to get up and stop pretending. He shook her and shook her, but she still didn't get up. Then he noticed me standing in the doorway. What do you want, you little pest? He said. Grandma's not going to like this, I replied. What are you talking about? He asked. Grandma was right about you, I said. You never you never were any good and you're only going to get worse. Grandma's in my room right now and she knows what you did. I don't think he believed me, but he had to see for himself. He pushed me out of the way and stormed into my bedroom. That's when the that's when Dad got the shock of his life. Grandma was sitting there grinning at him. Oh my God, he gasped. Grandma had already told me what to do about Dad. She even told me which drawer the meat cleaver was in. While Grandma kept Dad distracted, I was able to creep up behind him. After I chopped off Dad's body, Grandma smiled at me and told me what a smart kid I was. Thanks, Grandma, I said, but this was your idea. You're the smart one. After that, it was just Grandma and me. It was when it was even better than it had been before. We had such a great time together, and there was no one around to bother us. We stayed up all night and talked and talked, and Grandma told me ghost stories. Um, oh, holy freaking crap! So in the end, both the young boy's parents died. So first the dad. So first the dad beat the mother and choked her to death. Then the young boy showed his father to his to his dead grandmother, and the dad was like very shocked, while while the young boy while the young boy crept up behind him and literally chopped them off. Oh my goodness, that was fucking crazy. That was crazy as shit. Yeah, the little boy literally chopped off his own. Yeah, he's a madman. Yeah, that young boy literally just chopped his own father's body for dinner, and now the and now grandma and now the grandmother and the young boy enjoyed eating the father's chopped off body. That's just wow. That was intense and notoriously creepy and it's crazy as shit. My fucking god, this is just wow. But with all that away, let's end the video here. Yeah, that was the story. Just grandma and me. Now I understood why the Now I understood why the title is called Just Grandma and Me. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please, you guys already know the drill. Like, subscribe, and comment. And let me know what stories you guys want me to read by going to the website. But overall, this was really a nice story. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. Until next time, I'll be catching you guys later with a next story. Peace.